Okay. Hello, hello! You know what it's time for. More little goody tissues. My favorite thing, actually. Believe it or not. At least right now it's my favorite thing. Despite some difficulties last time, I'm excited. Yeah. Okay, let's pull up the stream. Alright.
Little goody two-shoes.
Like always, first thing we gotta do, talk to Rose and Marie. Or we may have already, but I think I want to check on the painting too. See how it's looking. What's up? Oh, we're just going to Kieferberg. Of course! Easy! What a great start, actually. Let's go look. Oh yeah, and it's raining. See how the unicorn's doing. Still bleeding out from that arrow? Yeah, we're not looking so hot. That's kinda rough. She said something else to the painting though, so that's fun. Go ahead. I'm a little confused why we're still allowed to have this. Is that something we can sell? I wonder. We have a lot. It's Friday. That means the next day, I believe, is the festival. What happened today in the town? Here's Granny Gretel. What's up? Wouldn't it be best to stay inside today, Granny Gretel? Oh, I wouldn't want to miss you, dearie. I mean it, Granny, this can't be good for you. I'd say it's a good thing, Miss Gretel. Atta girl, lassie. Maybe you could learn a thing or two from your cousin, Elise. Oh, you're both losing your minds. Speaking of which, my dear, is this about Lep? Keep an eye on her for me, will you? She's rather stubborn, as you know. Alright, I will. But first I'm gonna get some bread. Just buy one for now. Thank you! Bye-bye! Do we still have one suspicion point? Oh, we do. We'll have to get rid of that. Can't be having any suspicion on us at all. Not allowed. Where is everyone? Yeah, exactly. Suppose folks wouldn't like standing in the rain.
For goodness sake.
Folks don't care about that in Kieferberg, Rosemarine. Come now, let's see what's going on.
Yes.
Ah, yes. It's really pouring, isn't it? Oh, we'll be drenched in no time. It reminds me of when Granny and I would go on strolls in the rain. Why would you do such a thing? It's as Granny's always used to say, Elise. We ought to embrace things as they are in their purest state. I'm not sure that applies to the rain, Rosemarine. Why, it applies to everything in life, Elise. If you say so. When are we supposed to meet? I guess we don't know. Yeah, I would assume everyone's in the church. Okay, well there's 2 people. I'll take 2 people over no one. Oh, you think I'm losing my wits too. No such thing, Miss Odalie. What's wrong, Miss Odalie? This rain, lass, that's what's wrong. It's just a little rain. What do you know, lassie? There's no need to be so curt, Miss Odalie. Look how dark the sky is, Leb. We nearly needed our lanterns, and in broad daylight. What do you think the cause is? Lack of faith, Elise, yours and all of Kieferberg's. None of this would have happened if we all prayed. It may be best you 2 leave. I'll handle this. Okay. Where's Father Hans? Isn't he supposed to be, you know, in his church? No one up here. Oh. Berries? Yes, please. Okay, well, that's... Okay, well, I'll talk to you guys first. What's going on? Oh, I didn't think you girls were coming by today. I can't very well afford to stay home on a weekday, can I? Even Elise is out and about, Mama. I said no, Jacob, you're staying home until this rain leaves us. But Mama, it wouldn't be bad for the bad boy to come out. But what if he falls ill? Did you already forget what happened to Apfel already? Miss Wilma says stay inside of the inn all day and she's fine, Mama. I guess it's too bad you're not Wilma, is it? Your mother's right, Jacob. What if you're too sick for the festival tomorrow? Oh, but Miss Lisbeth's letting Apfel and... Do I look like Lisbeth to you? Off you go now. Jeez. You tell him, Elise. Huh? Could have sworn you two would be staying home today. It's just a little rain, Mr. Gustav. It'll ease up soon enough, I wager. That's what I keep telling him. You lassies are stubborn as mules, aren't you? Papa. It's no big deal, Mr. Gustav. We'll manage. Why, thank you, Elise. What happened to the maypole makes it a very big deal, I say. What? I can't have you working into the night, Freya. What happened to the maypole? A few of the flowers got torn off with the wind and rain, that's all. I'm sorry, Freya. Oh, Elise, that's alright. But all that work was wasted. And it was coming so along so well, too. I get to make it even prettier now, that's all. Well, how bad is it? Check out the windmill, too, just in case. No one is about at all. That's crazy. No one at the windmill. Okay, here we go. There's more people. Oh, there's the story quest. And there's Father Hans. That makes sense. We should trust them, Brindleheide. Oh, but what if they... What are we to do if they don't come back, Dorothy? Who's not coming back, Mr. Brindleheide? Good grief, Elise, don't say that. The lads went on a patrol, that's all. I see. Can't say I'm not worried about this rain, but... They're grown men. They can fend for themselves, I'm sure. Why are they going patrol? Oh, but what happened to your... What about what happened to your husband? Anyhow, Lisbeth, I'll be expecting you, Dorothy. That was a crazy comment. Expecting, Miss Dorothy? Class is going to be held at home today, Elise. Wouldn't want all the children out in this rain after all. That was an insane comment. Anyone down here? Nope. Oh, shiny. I'll take the berries. Even I will lend Freya a hand with the maypole if need be, Bertha. These two lassies will too, I wager. Of course, Mr. Heinrich. This was ill will, Father.
Now that you mention...
Could have been the rain, Miss Bertha. As likely was, anyhow. What matters is that we lend Freya a hand, folks. Heinrich is right, we can't be without a maypole tomorrow. Oh, it's truly been one thing after another. We ought to gather for prayers. Like, this is the least worry thing that's happened. Rain in a maypole. Like, what? I'd like all of Kieferberg to gather in church this afternoon. We're doing something at least. It's imperative we are all united and of the same mind. I'll make certain to spread the word, Father. Gathering all these frightened folks in the same place can't be a good thing. Suppose I can't miss it, though. Oh, I guess we're really hungry. Yeah, maybe we should eat something. Muffy? Where is she? There she is. It's you! It was you, Elise. What have I done now, Martha? You tore down the maypole. Have you completely lost your mind, Melly? Ah, so it wasn't you, Elise. Of course it wasn't me, you little... Yeek! Wait, have you been telling folks it's me who... Not yet! I came to you for some apple strudel. You're not telling anything of the sort, you hear me? Watch me. I can run really fast, Elise. Goes 40 of my money. Ah, you're so expensive. Tomorrow should be the last day. I assume you're gonna want something that's 50. Alright, alright. Is this what you want? Oh boy, oh boy! You keep your mouth shut then. I'll say nothing, not even a little squeak. Oh, I'll be the one making a squeak if you dare utter a single word, Maggie. This better be the last time I have to bribe her. Oh, it is! Successfully bribe Muffy for a whole week. I got an achievement. Hooray! That makes things a lot easier now. That I don't have to deal with all my money going to Muffy. Hi, Harry. Hard at work, even with this awful rain? I could say the same about you, Mr. Wilhelm. I'm too old to fret over a little rain. You can't keep me from my morning walks. Suppose no one can, no. Folks are too preoccupied with this witch nonsense. Even a rainy day is knocking them sideways. At least the festival will bring them a peace of mind, won't it? Let us hope it does last, but you never know. What do you mean, Mr. Wilhelm? Folks are addicted to this foolery, that's what I mean. That's why I'm avoiding everyone until this afternoon. Must look after myself. Addicted, you say? Is anyone down in the well? Okay, goodbye. No one's down here. It's so nice to have money and be able to do stuff with money. Did that bring our... Oh, it brought our suspicion down. Thank you, Muffy. That's good to hear, I suppose. You speak as though you'd rather have us find something, Lorelei. Find what, Mr. Heinrich? Oh, we were discussing last night's patrol, is all. It was rather uneventful, tiring, if anything. I find it strange that nobody's found anything since Tuesday, is all. Isn't it better this way? It must mean there's no witch, wouldn't you say? Truly, I'll take this over finding horseshoes and whatnot. No offense, Eugen. None taken, Heinrich. I share the sentiment. Suppose you're right, lass. I kind of want to know what would happen if we're just like, evil! Suspicion! What's up? I'm afraid Wilma simply won't listen, Arian. Miss Wilma's being unreasonable again, I'd wager. Wilma's refusing to allow folks to work in her inn, even though we can't make ourselves useful in this rain. Wilma's always been like this, hasn't she? Makes think what else should be blaming Miss Wilma for it. I wouldn't say you're wrong, Elise. She's right, Wilma's always been difficult. I wouldn't put it past her to blame poor Wilma. Oh, I think we're too hopeful, to think we were so hopeful just this Sunday. The festival's tomorrow, Miss Arian, and it'll be fine. You can only hope, Elise. Keeping that suspicion down! Hi, Lab! What are you doing out here in the rain, Lab? We're visiting folks' home, is all. What for? Everyone's a little bit on edge because of the rain. Father Hans wanted me to help settle the townsfolk. Sent you to entertain this foolery, huh? It's all right, Elise. I'm feeling rather well, rested. Even if that's the case, Leb, it's the festival tomorrow, Elise. What does the festival have to do with it? Why, it's only one more day. As long as you don't push it. I won't. Oh, I can help chop wood. Wonderful. Beautiful. At least it's not something I don't like. Okay. Should go check up here then to talk to everyone else before I chop some wood. Maybe I should save, actually. We should, hypothetically, only have one more day. Hi, Leb. I'm not Leb. That's Rosa Marie. What am I doing? What am I talking about? And I'll come back. What's up? Must have been someone, that's for certain. About the maypole, I assume? Utterly certain it was ill will, Elise. You've seen what the windstorm did to Kuiperberg last Sunday, utterly. Perhaps the maypole suffered the same fate. We've all had enough. The festival's tomorrow, Miss Utterly. Give it a rest. On the contrary, lass, it's never been this bad. Now, that's proper exaggeration, Utterly. She's right, McTelday. Didn't Father Hans say we were to gather this afternoon? If there's anyone who will know what to do, it'll be him. Oh, you'll lot never understand. Goodbye! Anyone at the windmill? Nope! No shiny things either. No! Okay, bye-bye. I'm wondering what our gift will be for the company of others. Like, are we just bringing Rose and Marie with us? Because, like, tomorrow's the day. Ah, Elise. I can lend you a hand with the maypole, Freya. Oh, it's not that. It's Miss Wilma. She won't allow me and Miss Linda to work on the maypole inside the inn. Oh, for goodness sake. Because of the rain, you see? Why does she always have to be such a... It's alright, Elise. Miss Linda will be stopping by to lend a hand in a little while. These folks are pushing it, that's what. I'll figure it out, Elise. If you say so. I feel like I'm really not running that fast anymore. I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't know. Maybe I'm just going a little delusional. There's been a lot of things happening. Oh, I don't want to play Kiss the Rat with you. Bye. Hi, Rosemarie. Don't catch a cold standing out here, Rosemarie. That's alright, Elise. I'm used to it. And it's awfully nostalgic, too. Nostalgic, you say? I miss spending time in nature, you see. Granny and I would often dance about the rain. You'd be catching colds quite often, I imagine. Oh, on the contrary. I may look fragile, but I'm tough. Stubborn, too. Elise! I wouldn't know what to do if you got sick, Rosemary. I can take care of myself, Elise. Oh, don't you start. I'm trying to look after you here. Like you always do, I know. Oh, for goodness sake. Let me make sure I didn't miss anyone up here. Nope. Okay. Well, that's a relief, Linda. What is, Miss Elizabeth? Oh, we were chatting about the festival, Elise. It's finally happening, but now we have this rain. We've had worse than a little rain, Miss Elizabeth. That's true. Things are looking up despite everything. Napfel seems to be feeling better. I figured I would let both of them out for a little while. Has he stopped talking about the witch, Elizabeth? I don't know, Linda. He's keeping something from me. My 2 remaining goats are still ill, too. Miss Lisbeth, the festival will bring back some peace, Lisbeth. Father Hans has finally arranged for a doctor to drop by, that, at least. Oh, that's wonderful, Lisbeth. Yeah, that is good. Let me save again in case they start asking me questions. Ill will is inevitable, as much as it saddens me to say. Folks right there's within, that's what. I wouldn't say it's ill will. I understand, lass. Nobody wants to believe one of us could do it. That's because it wasn't one of us. You're the one who's at the root of all this hearsay nonsense, old Joshin. Come now, Bernard, let's keep it civil. Bernard's right, I'd say. Folks wouldn't have thought of the witch if it hadn't been for old Joshin. In fact, I'd wager folks would have forgotten it by now if you'd let them. I must say I agree, lass. Many things could have been avoided. No, many things have been avoided thanks to me. Be that as it may, we're to take this week as a learning experience. Which is why we ought to gather for a vigil. Gather everyone for a prayer that'll bring us together. I've let Leb know to make preparations. Welcome back, Harry. The old geezer is unbelievable. What's the matter now, Miss Wilma? Old Will had promised me to meet me here, yet he's nowhere to be found. How was Wilma to fix the inn without his tools? Miss Wilma? Why, she has nothing to do all day, lass. Might as well have her lend a hand. Thought she was looking after your inn, Miss Wilma. Looking after my aunt, you say? All she does is sit at the counter all day. Keeping your shop open, Miss Wilma. Why, that's the least you can do, why wouldn't you say? I suppose... But I wouldn't... She's right where she belongs, that's what. Leaving for Primdledorf at the first chance you got. To learn a trade, she said. All I've seen her learn is to sleep on the job. She's being mean. Yet everyone's her she's everyone's favorite. Prettier, nicer. The bigger hair, the bigger... Ah, I see how it is. It's always got the praise, while I've been here working myself to the bone. Okay, girl. Let me grab some bread and I'll do some wood shopping. I want to get an S tier so I can get more money. Hello! I'm about to do some wood shopping. One of my favorite of the minigames. Oh, Elise, I'm so glad to see you. What can I help you with, Miss Dorothy? I'm going to be lending Freya a hand in a little while, you see. Could you fetch me some logs for the hearth in the meantime? Of course. Leave it to me, I'll bring you as many as you need. Oh, thank you, Elise. Why don't they ask Freya to chop it for them instead? I know why. It's always so funny to say Rosa Marine as Mr. Gustav. Oh no! Oh no! I'm off. Gotta lock in. I'm not locked in. I think I only got an A that time. Yeah. Well, it is what it is. I'll still take it. I'll take it over a B. I win! Ah, this is just what I needed, Elise. Thank you, my dear. No, thank you, Miss Dorothy. Thank you indeed. Have a romantic date today. Let's see if I could sell these. Huh. Okay. That's strange. believe we're supposed to meet in the church. Wow, there's a lot of people in here. Brethren! I've gathered you here today to address the recent goings-on. You're rather late, Father. We've had enough. Show us some respect, Elma. No, she's right. We need answers, Father. I'm afraid we'll not be getting many today, Guido. This is yet another plea for us to overlook the situation. Why don't we let Father Hans take the lead? He's had it all week, and look where it got us, Gustav. We're to gather here this evening for our vigil, brethren. Together, we are to appeal to the Lord's mercy and benevolence, as well as... All that'll do is put a lid on folks' troubles, Father. That's right, we need this witch to pay. Who would have you as success ought to pay, Lorelei? Where's this witch you folks speak of? Gustav's right, we don't know where to turn. Prayer will show us the path we ought to follow, brethren. Why, I've prayed all day and every night. Nothing's changed, Father. I fear for my poor Jacob, Father. Whoever is out there, they're taking our children, compromising our livelihoods. It's a decision folks want, Hans. We ought to make sure every lass in the town for a witch's mark. We ought to do no such thing, you old geezer. It's no way to address your elders, Elise.
Is that so?
Perhaps my elders hadn't completely lost their wits. Rest assured, Elise, no lass in Kieferberg will be searched, young or old. That guy, you mean, old Joshin? You fools still resist what must be done. Old Joshin is right, we must see this through. Since when have you cared, Ludwig?
This is ridiculous!
Are you going to do it then, Miss Ludwig? Mr. Ludwig? If there's anyone who ought to do it, it's Leb.
I wonder...
Me, Miss Brindlehyde? Of course, lass, you're a woman of God. Woman of God or not, Leb is to be searched as well.
Out with it!
None of you are touching her. Still, Elise, we ought to search someone. And maybe for the best, Elise. Are you searching Freya then too? And Miss Lisbeth? No exceptions, lass. Truth is, we don't know anything about your cousin, Elise. Don't you touch her! Why don't we start with her? That's right. This all started the day she got here.
Oh, but...
No, I haven't done anything.
Out with it!
Nobody's laying a finger on her. I saw her. Uh-oh. I saw Elise's cousin. She's the witch. My beloved daughter. Elise saw her too. She talked to the witch. That's it, folks. They're witches. Oh, Apfel. So it was true, Elise. You and your cousins are the one who's been making our lives hell.
Out with it!
No! You're mistaken. We've done none of the sort. Confess, a lot of you. Confess to your sins, you wretched witches. Did you or did you not meet your cousin in the woods, Elise? Of course I didn't.
For goodness
It was all by myself until I found him. Why, the lad said he saw you two, Elise.
Wait!
I didn't meet anyone's in the woods, I swear. Oh my goodness, look. Yeah, Harry. It's the witch! The witch is here! Oh, we're all going to die. We must keep calm, folks. Keep calm. She was there. I saw her. She had yellow eyes. What do you have to say for yourself, lass? I was nowhere near the woods. I'd gone home by then. How are we to know such a thing, you witch? The lad said he saw you, lass. No, I truly had gone home.
Out with it!
Why are you doing this, you little... Is she even your cousin, Elise? Truly, I've been thinking about it all week. I am. I truly am her cousin. Not even you know your own cousin, Elise. Perhaps she's been a bad influence on you. She's anything but, Mr. Bernhardt. You folks are living your minds. Bad influence or not, what matters is whether she's a witch. How do you explain your cousin's kooky get-up, Elise? All the things she said and done, too. I've never... She's just a lassie. Pinning on my cousin isn't going to solve... Ethel said he saw you two in the woods, Elise. He's just a boy. We must be reasonable here. I've heard enough. Search her. We ought to search the last right now. Find the witch's mark. I will take no more of this nonsense.
That's enough!
That's enough. Can't you see what you're doing to Kieferberg? Can't you see this witch nonsense that's turning us against each other? The witch is clearly right here in Kieferberg, lass. Nobody at Kieferberg could ever do such a thing, old Joshin. We're a family, and all of Kieferberg, no exceptions. Although we must understand your feelings, Freya. You clearly don't, Father. Nobody does. Ethel believes he's seen the witch. Folks have been on edge all day. All this is a consequence of how we've been facing the crisis. With fear, hostility, and hesitation. That's all very nice, Freya, but we do need to do something.
I know.
Let's do the vigil then. Work on the preparations for the festival together. Like the family we are, the family we've always been. Freya! Would you folks truly burn me at the stake? Or Elise? Or Lep? Or even Rosa Marine? I expected no more from my family, that's all I wanted to say. You said more than enough, Freya. All of Kieferberg is to meet here tonight for prayer. As we ought to have done from the start. Move along now, folks. We're to focus on what we ought to do. Protect our home at all costs. Divert the villagers' suspicions away from you. Hooray! I don't know how we really did that, but yay? Did not like that one bit. It's best I head back to work. You got a date, though. Do you have a moment, Elise? Of course, Miss Arian. I must tell you, I'm ashamed about earlier. I couldn't bring myself to speak up for you. Miss Arian, you're coming to the vigil, aren't you? Of course. That's good, Elise. It'll help them show you're committed. We can't allow any more of this nonsense. When you put it like that, Tristan, don't let the whole ordeal get to you, lass. What do you mean, Mr. Tristan? Folks lost their mind. For a while, that's all. All of Kieferberg is on edge. They don't mean what they say. Ah, I suppose you're right. You ought to come back later for the vigil, at least. Both of you and your cousin, you hear? Of course, Mr. Gustav, I won't miss it. Still, had it not been for Freya, you ought to be proud, Gustav. She's my pride and joy. My pride and joy. Freya's pretty great. What can I say? Leb. I know, Elise. That was... I can't explain. Folks are completely out of their minds, Leb. I was there, Elise. It's alright. They weren't being reasonable. I wonder what's gotten into Alpfel. More importantly, Elise, now that we're alone together, I'd like to ask you. I didn't meet anyone in those woods, Leb. Alright, I just need to hear it directly from you is all. I wouldn't lie to you. You know that. I do, yes. I mean, we didn't mean to meet her in the woods, and it wasn't actually her, it was, the hag. Eek! There she is! For goodness sake, Odalie. Maybe it's best I go. I'm not certain my presence is much appreciated here. No, I'd say Miss Odalie's the one who ought to take a moment to herself. I must agree, Odalie. You folks don't understand. We've made a grave mistake. Well, I've had it with you. If only I... Oh. I'm being honest with us. I best let you go home. The lad was adamant. He saw something in the woods. If we don't search you and we end up being the witch, we'll... Search me right there, then. I dare you. Elise, that's not helping. For right now, we must focus on keeping it... Feel my bones. Have you know, if I truly were a... Eek! Don't threaten me, you witch. Enough, this is as far as it goes. You're only making things worse, Elise. Ugh. Darn it! Okay, well... Let me get that back down. Should have saved before I did that. It's a proper business opportunity, I tell you. What is, Mr. Willem? Fetch me those tools, old Wilhelm. Told you I have the boys waiting for me with those stalls. There's no need to get embarrassed now. Embarrassed? The boy's hat, Elise. He made it himself. For goodness sake. You have talent in your hands, lad. I've seen my fair share of hats in my years, and I tell you. I understand, old Wilhelm. The tools now, please. You ought to be patient with your auntie, Mindy. But Miss Marilee, what are you pestering Miss Marilee for, Molly? Oh, it's all right, Elise. She's had enough trouble for one day. Lorelei's been working the poor lass like a donkey. All I ask my auntie is some bread. Your auntie feeds you plenty, Maggie. It seems she doesn't, Elise. She only gives me 3 meals a day, Elise. Why, you. That's hardly enough for a working lass, Elise. If only I knew what... That's why you've been begging about town. It is! It truly is, Miss Marilee. Oh, for goodness sake. You must give it some proper thought, Dorothy. Give what some thought, Miss Spindlehead? Oh, we're having a little chat is all. Kieferberg isn't the place to raise our children, Elise. After all what happened this morning, I do agree. The way Kieferberg turned on me. Oh, it's got nothing to do with earlier, Elise. We've been thinking about this for a long while now. I've had a hard time believing that, if I'm honest. But it truly wasn't. Don't say such a thing, Elise. Well, there goes our suspicion. Hooray. Easy. You best believe the doors of my inn will be locked, Lorelei. What for, Miss Wilma? I won't have folks making a ruckus inside my inn. Folks have had enough of that for one day, Miss Wilma. Why don't you at least lend them a hand? If I would let this lass anywhere near my inn. You made yourself clear. I'm not very interested in helping you out either, as a matter of fact. Good. Come now, Wilma. You heard what Freya said, didn't you? What of it, Lorelei? The switch is still out, and all we're doing is a vigil. You're truly... Where are you meeting, Rose and Marie? By the creek. Oh. Oh, that's cute. On a walk to clear your head, lass? If only, Mr. Eugen. This town's at a crossroads, isn't it? At a crossroads, Mr. Eugen? Folks stepped over the line there, Elise. Not everyone agrees with what happened today. You don't, I'm assuming? It was the final nail in the coffin, lass. I'll be on my way to Primbledorf first thing Sunday morning. Oh, I forgot that my notifications were still on. Oops. I see. You too, Elise. You shouldn't stay much longer. Not after what was said and done today. But Grandpa, why don't you children go play a little longer? Oh, Elise, wouldn't you help us? Help with what? They went to help with the stalls, you see. It's the least we could do, Grandpa. How's Apfelgren? Oh, Apfel's resting at home, Elise. That whole ordeal wasn't good for him, I'm afraid. Wasn't good for anyone, for that matter. That's why we should go and help Grandpa. Please, Mr. Bernhard. We should really, like, give Freya something for that. Oh, Elise. I thought earlier had it not been for you, they would have... No, Elise. I don't think they would have done it. Freya, that appeal of mine was rather childish, wasn't it? There was nothing childish about it, Freya. I'd say you were rather brave, even. Thank you, Elise. Can I give her something? Like, can we give her the silk pouch? Seems like this is what she'd be using here. Okay. Nope. I'd like to give her a gift, because, I mean, she just saved our skin. It is what it is, Linda. Ah, Elise. I can go if you'd like. I feel we ought to apologize to you, Elise. Apologize for what, Linda? Why, for treating me like a witch? Or do you still think you've done nothing wrong? Oh, Elise, let me tell you something. Folks here have never been taken well lack to your lack of modesty, you say? You give us the right, Miss Elma. What happened shouldn't have surprised you. Why you, Miss Elma? Forgive and forget, Elise. There's nothing more to it. Why? Oops. Well, oh well. Gotta get this last heart. Because I believe we only need one more for Rose and Marie. Yeah, we only need one more. Daytime, daytime, daytime. There she is. Ah, Elise, look what I found. A rock. Oh, but doesn't it look like Flock? There's even a little tail, look. A little tail, you say? This one too, doesn't it look like a chicken? There's the beak, see? So this is how you put that bracelet together, huh? Ah, yes, that's right. Lord knows why you're so drawn to useless junk. It stops being junk the moment you give it meaning, Elise. That bracelet means plenty to both of us, wouldn't you say? Oh, shush it. Say, Rosemary, how come I can't seem to find meaning in all this? What do you mean, Elise? Everberg's so dear to everyone, yet I'm treated like a wretch. Working myself to the bone, putting up with their ill tempers? It all made sense why Granny Holy was still with me. I think our Granny's passing has affected us in similar ways. Not right now, Rosemary. I don't want to talk about it. Oh, I didn't mean to. Come, the rain's only getting worse. Elise? Oops! That was the wrong choice. Darn, me picking the wrong choices. holidays passing meant for me was isolation. That too, Elise. I felt some lonesome as well, but you see, that's when I started following my own path, I'd say. You'd say the same applies to me, huh? Doesn't it? Not in Kieferberg, Rosemarine. There's nothing for me here. I'm much more than what this town sees in me. Look, Elise. There's something in the creek. Huh? It's gold! Whoa! You see, Elise, I don't think meaning is something you find. I think it's something you create. Take that nugget we just found, for example. What about it? Something so precious in such a place that's been waiting to be seen. Reminds me of you, Elise. Rosemarine. I'm not asking you to change your mind about Kieferberg, but chasing after what truly matters to you, that's where meaning is found. Meaning, huh? It's not the same for everyone, is it? You gotta focus on what truly matters most to you, Elise. That's...
I'm sorry,
There's something I'd like to tell you, Elise, I'd say, and I say... There's something you'd like to tell me, too. Here we go, guys! I know there's, like, one other person in the chat right now, but here we go! It's time! Suppose there might be, but... Come now, let's head back to town before you get any redder. Rosemarine! Hurry, Elise! Why you? Do meet her at the festival. Okay, I can do that. Chickens and rats. I knew it would happen eventually. Guess I'd have to do the rats, because I'm not doing that. Pimmendorf can't be our only option, Finn. Still Guido at this rate. Any town's better than Kieferberg, the way I see it. Winterhide's been saying the same thing, lass. Kieferberg is our home, Finn. Isn't Mr. Brindlehyde from Pimmendorf? That being so, she still chose Kieferberg, too. Would you truly be happy to raise your children here, Guido? Without proper schooling or jobs? We can't teach them our trade, Flynn. Keep changing your mind about this, Guido, have you noticed? So do you! It's getting darker. I'm not playing Kiss the Rat with you. I'm sorry, Miss Wilma. You were right about these folks, Elise. What are you talking about? Oh, Miss Wilma. We're terribly sorry. Miss Wilma said we could do so. Haven't apologized enough, Wilma? It's not apologies I want from them, Miss Merrily. It's respect. I'm not certain I follow. Can now say I understand how you felt this afternoon, Elise. Now that's a proper exaggeration, Miss Wilma. Truly, you're making too big of a deal out of this. Freya, it's not the worst the hassle, Elise. It's best you forget about it. The fountain's overflowing. I don't like the minigame. I'm not good at it. Okay, AJ, you missed something. You missed something crazy. We were all in this little church right here. And everyone's like, I think Elise's cousin is the witch. yeah, she's gotta be the witch. They're like, let's get her. And I was like, hey guys, what? And then Apfel was like, yeah, I saw her in the woods. And I was like, child. But we survived, and we got their suspicions off of us for now, so. Oh, there you are, lass. Here I am, Mr. Wilhelm. You can't let that nonsense get to you, you hear? I suppose. Folks are frightened, that's all there is to it. Could have been anyone, too, but with that cousin of yours... What about my cousin, Mr. Wilhelm? She's a stranger, that's what. Folks can't handle it. Suppose. I know, Eloise. New character just dropped. Perhaps this vigil will bring Kieferberg together. Yeah, now we're just gonna pray about it. It will, Miss McTelda, you'll see. That's rich coming for you, Miss Elma. You were so adamantly against it earlier, too. It's important to know when to forgive, Elise. I can't say I was in the right. You've been rather unfair. Go on, Miss Elma. I don't think that's right. I know, Elise. Isn't this the proper time to make amends? I suppose it's good we do it before the festival. Truly, Elise, I've been too firm with you for no good reason. Thank you, Miss Elma. All's well that ends well, wouldn't you say? Hooray! Yippee! Suspicion gone. No suspicion at all. I'm not looking forward to the witching hour tonight. If it's anything like the last puzzle, I don't want any part of it. Let me go ahead and save. I'm saving like crazy right now, AJ. Oh, Elise. What's wrong, Miss Elizabeth? Must do it sooner than later, Elizabeth. Still, Marlene. See, Elizabeth was telling me about this afternoon. Oh, Elise, I should have said something on your behalf, but instead I... It's alright, Miss Elizabeth. I understand this hasn't been easy for you. No, Elise, you ought to let her apologize. But, had it not been for Freya, I too would have believed them, Elise. Miss Elizabeth, make certain you come to night vigils, Elise. And bring your cousin along, too. Of course, Miss Marilyn. Oh my gosh! Hey! Oh, you kind of... There's a lot of spoilers for this game now, because we're, 6 days in. But welcome! I'm so happy you're here. Right now we're just kind of talking to the townsfolk, and hopefully there won't be too much spoilers until we get to the witching hour. I understand it, Father. You too, Elise. I ought to make certain your cousin joins us. The vigil, you mean? It's important she's present tonight. She'll be there, Father. Folks need as much reassurance as we can give them is all. Aren't you pushing yourselves, Leb? I'll be headed home in a moment, it's all right. About this afternoon's event, Elise. There's nothing left to say about that, is there? Folks are regretful, lass. I understand, Father. I should probably give you a little rundown on what the story's about. We're Elise, this little lady right here. We don't like the town we're living in, Kieferberg. And we're doing some awful witch-like activity. Yeah. We have to get, like, these testaments. We're about to get the second one. Yeah. And right now, everyone thinks... Oh, you've seen some of the VODs? Oh. You're just amazing. That's all I can say. You seem tired, Elise. I'm so happy you got to see the VODs. That makes me so happy. It'd be more surprising if I wasn't, what don't you think? I'll prepare something hearty for supper, Elise. Since it's your last. For goodness sake. There's no need to put it that way, Rosemary. We're not really a witch, but we're doing witch-like activities with creatures that identify with witches, so... but you head back home first thing after sunset, alright? Of course. And make certain you find Flock, too. Can't help but to worry with all this rain. Why are we worried about that goat? That goat's evil, I'm telling you. Oh, Elise, you do care for Flock. Shush, Rosemarine. I suppose that means you've also seen me struggle. It's been a lot of struggling recently. This rain won't let up, will it? We can only hope it's not raining tomorrow, too. Even if it is, Elise, we best make the most of it. Make the most of the rain, you say? Figuratively, lad. Where do you get all that cheer from, Mr. Gustav? Ought to wonder, huh? What have we to gain from brooding all day? Kieferberg needs some good cheer now more than ever, folks. No two ways about it, I ought to agree. Yeah? What's up, dude? Yeah, it's been a rough couple days. At least it's always the witching hour. Running about in the rain, are you? Aren't you as well, Mr. Bernhardt? I quite enjoy this view is all, even with the rain. Have you seen old Wilhelm by any chance? Do you need anything, Mr. Bernhardt? You can keep a secret, I'd wager. We're all preparing to present a present for Eugen, you see. Oh, that's so sweet. For Mr. Eugen! We wouldn't want to let him go without some sort of token of appreciation, is all. Old Wilhelm's been working on it. Won't you ask him about it? I can do that, Mr. Bernhardt. Where have I seen... I know I've seen him, but I don't know where he is right now. I'll have to go look again. Okay. Let's see. I have to do one of my least favorite minigames. Not my worst, which is Kiss the Rat. It's the worst. I don't like it one bit. Haven't I already talked to you two? Ought to put us. Oh, I have not. Ought to put it behind us, Bertha. Still whittering on about earlier, I presume. Nothing of the sort, Elise. It's Wilma. Miss Wilma? Wilma's given her an earful, Elise. Right in front of everyone, too. All because she let Linda and Freya keep the flowers in the shack. For goodness sake. That Wilma. One can't help but feel for Wilma, that poor lass. Coming all the way from Primbledorf to lend a hand, and for what? Truly. Nope, nobody here. Mainly I'm just trying to get through the day right now, because I have a feeling tonight's little adventure will take a while. I have to find old Wilhelm first. Odalie, you want help with the chickens. Okay. Nobody here at all? That's crazy. Where would Wilhelm be? Darn. Oh, I think he might have been in the church, actually. If he's not, then we're just gonna go move on and do another quest. I probably... Yeah, I need to get another piece of bread soon. Oh, he is! Oh, I remembered. Mr. Bernhardt's looking for you, Mr. Wilhelm. How about Eugen, I'd wager? Tell him I'll have it ready by tomorrow, Lise. When are you giving him, Mr. Wilhelm? You certain you can keep the secret? Of course. Eugen said he wanted a new pocket knife, you see? I've been working on it since Tuesday. It's taken a lot of work. I'll go tell him. On my way. still think it's kind of funny how, like, today all that was that, like, set people off was that there's a rainstorm and it, like, blew off some flowers. Like, what? That's what caused you guys to start pointing fingers? So what did he say? It said I'll have it ready by tomorrow, Mr. Bernhard. Good, good. Here you go, Elise, thank you. Hearty soap! Thank you. Thank you, sir. You didn't have to, Mr. Bernhard. We didn't have to be that harsh on you earlier. Oh! We were, I suppose. I hit the skip button on accident. Yeah, they don't... Have you seen the unicorn painting right now? It's kind of wild. We should be questioning the unicorn painting. We should be calling witchcraft at that. Okay. I'm gonna get a loaf of bread. And then we're gonna go collect some eggs. Because what, AJ, huh? Because it gives you hearts and food? Huh? That'd be silly. Before we go into the witching hour, we should buy more health things. Give me one more loaf of bread, or... Yeah, give me 2 loaf of bread, actually. Thank you. Spend 500- oh. Yeah, I thought so. It's okay. I get the joke, AJ. Thank you, thank you. You're quite the comedian. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and bring Rosenmarie with me again to collect the eggs, because it'll make it easier to that way she won't be putting any suspicion in the town, and then I don't have to worry about going into the festival with any suspicion. I don't know if it does anything, but I'm worried if it will. I won't bite you, Miss Odely. Oh, Elise, what am I to do? I've been scared witless all week. Everyone can tell, Miss Odely. Dang, Elise. Oh, would you please fetch me some eggs, lass? Actually, yeah. If that's what you need, Miss Odely. Hopefully we won't, like, die. Out of my way, you feathered rat. I don't like this minigame because of the cooldown on when you have to turn and get eggs. It's a little frustrating. Ugh. Like what? Ah! I'm so bad at this game. Please? What do you mean? A C? Unacceptable. These darn chickens. Ah! One more time. I got this, guys. Don't worry. I got this. I need at least get a B. Swear. These chickens are trolls. I didn't even do anything. I'm done with this. Whatever. Whatever. I'll take the stupid C. I don't think I passed, but whatever. I'm over it. I passed?! That's a surprise. Oh, this will do. Thank you, Les. I don't know how. You don't have to be so hesitant, Miss Odalie. I'm still rather frightened, Les. Please forgive me. At least it's not Kiss the Rat. Wait. What's going on? Why is there a golden lady here? Why is there a golden lady here? One more to meet our entourage, I see. Huh? What's marvelous, you surely agree? The banquet, the spectacles, the prestige? What are you talking about? You'll see it when you get there. Oh, he's giving me all I could ever want. Which was? Why, luxury, wealth, opulence. Oh, I can't wait to have you and your M tomorrow with us. Why, what? Why was she here? What? Why would she be here? What? I'm confused. I'm about to take out my lamp. Why was there a golden lady now and not the witching hour? Is there more? Muffy, what are you doing down here? Eek. I'm not here, Elise. I'm slacking off again, I see. My auntie, she's... What about your auntie, Miffy? She's going to throw me in the well, Elise. Can't you stay put for one moment, Molly? I was hungry, you see. I had no choice. All that bread was sitting there, and Miss Lorelei won't be happy to find out. I'll have to start sleeping... I'll have to sleep outside tonight. Move to Prembledorf, even, or Willy's. Make certain you get to the vigil, you hear? Oh, is there going to be food there? For goodness sake. What has anyone to do with you, Maggie? Yeah, certainly a word. Truly, old Wilhelm, it would be the final nail in the coffin. What would, Miss Lorelei? Why, if Prembledorf catches wind of this witch business, folks would think we've lost our minds. I must agree with you there, Mr. Wilhelm. We'd be the laughingstock of the whole town. Even more than we already are. Having them help with the grain is embarrassing enough as it is. No, I wouldn't say that's a reason for shame. How isn't it, lass? Prembledorf must think we can't look after ourselves by now. Hello? Yeah. Oh no. Okay, give me a second. Yeah, give me one moment. Guys, I'm gonna have to end stream. I don't know if I'll stream again tonight. Shoot. Okay. Well, thank you guys for being here today. Hopefully we can pick up again soon. Bye guys. Or I should probably go to the title.